are you doing? This is Mari Cruz, bringing the gap between the rich and the poor, coming from the great state of Texas. And we have somebody here from the state of California, my
Yep.
friend Ann Darnier. How you doing,
Hi.
Ann?
Great. How are you?
Good, good. So she's going to talk about her passion, which is Facebook. And I want to let's tell our audience who are you, where you came from, type of and
Sure.
see.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. So, um, my background mainly in the business world is I used to own a gym. And basically, from that background, you kind of dabble into other stuff. Especially for me, it was supplements. Like, I love supplements, right? And so, I actually got into Facebook organic traffic because of a supplement company that I'm a part of. Like, that's where I got most of my training on it. That's where I got most of my practice. I built that specific business, just the supplement side, to $10,000 a month just by doing organic traffic.
Wow.
Um, so it's powerful. And when I transitioned out of the gym business, I ultimately obviously still had the skills, right? And I've always loved marketing because that was kind of like my main function when I owned a business. And so um, I went to affiliate marketing, and I thought this was something a lot of marketers know this, right? It's actually not. Like, it's actually not like a
No.
popular thing. It's like, whoa, right? And so I started teaching people how to do this, and how to get leads just from your personal profile. And
Mm.
that's kind of how this journey started. I didn't plan it that way. It's just like, it's a,
Interesting.
yeah, it's a skill that I have that I want to
Interesting.
share with the world.
Yeah, because you came from the health space, and it's just it's just a little bit weird that you went from health space to affiliate marketer. But personal development, health is personal development, and we do both anyway. So that
Yeah, for
makes sense in a
sure.
way. Oh my gosh! So you are like me. I take, you don't know how many supplements I take because of my health issues that I told you about. I take a
Yeah.
lot of supplements, and I do essential oils, and I do intermittent fasting. I told you that,
Yeah.
and I'm walking and trying to take the reins of my health. But yeah, so yeah, that's amazing. So how did you how do you make your system? How did you find all this information? Was it, I mean, I know there was the supplements, but like, how do you connect the dots?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure it does. By the way, I'm glad that you're taking supplements and not medications, just as a side, right? And I
Yes.
could tell that you know what you're doing with your health because you're doing all the right things. So how do I make connect the dots? Like, any business needs traffic, any business needs new
Yes.
clients, right? So
Yes.
whether it's a physical product or a brick and mortar business or
Mhm.
like an online store, you need traffic. It doesn't matter what it is,
Yes.
right? And so that's how kind of
Okay.
how I make it. Like, any business needs this, and most people have a personal profile, right? If you have
Yeah,
a personal
definitely.
profile,
Yes.
it's very easy to create a business page, right?
Hmm.
So that's ultimately, like, business is the same no matter how you look at it. No
Exactly.
matter what model that you're in, no matter what industry, all of the
Yes.
fundamental systems that you have to have in place are the same across the board. So
Yeah.
that's just how my
Wow.
brain thinks. But it's basics.
Interesting. But how do you notice there was a gap in the marketing area? Because I mean, you're like, oh, I'm here. This should be like basic common sense, but it wasn't. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So are you talking about just specifically to affiliate marketing?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So great question. So this actually, I don't know if you saw my member spotlight. I know your viewers haven't. So this actually started like literally unexpectedly. So what happened was a lot when the community that we're both a part of. I don't know if we're allowed to say it. The community that we're both a part of, it just started. Literally, I was one of the founding
Yes.
members of it. And a
Yes.
lot of people were saying, like, they joined this community, they love the concept, they love the idea, right? Because it's going to
Yeah.
change affiliate marketing. But at the same time, a lot of people joined not having a list, an email list.
Yes.
So I'm like, wait a minute, I know how to, attract people. I know how to get
Mhm.
leads, right? And so I ultimately practice what I preach, right? And so I put up
Mhm.
a curiosity post, is what I call it.
Mhm.
And we were able to give, because of this community, we're able to give away a product that used to sell for like $500 for $1. And so
Wow.
yeah, so that was the curiosity post that I made, and it
Wow.
was all about like a copywriting. It's a copywriting program, basically, top notch
Mhm.
copywriting program for a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dollar, right? And so I posted about it on my profile, on my personal profile, and I got 40 people from just that one
Wow.
post, right? So
Wow.
0 to 40 people in my email list just from one post. I posted it in the chat, in that community, and people were like, "Wait a minute, what are you doing?" Right? Like, what's going on
We can
here?
say affiliate triad. There you go. Because I
Okay,
can never stop talking about them anyway. I'm always mentioning affiliate
there you
triad.
go. Yes,
Yes.
so affiliate triad. So in the chat, in the Slack group, people were like, "What?" So they were asking, was like, "Wait, so you guys didn't know that you can do this, right?" And so that's how the member
Wow.
spotlight was born. I was actually the first member spotlight in the
Wow.
community, and then I asked Will to if I can do like a beta test, because like people are asking me, you
Mm.
know, can you teach this more? Can you like
Yeah.
expand on this more, right? And so I just went kind of like where the market demand was, and it was like, and I asked, some high end affiliate marketers in the community saying, if I created something like this, do you think this is valuable for people? It's like, yeah, for sure. And so the beta group was born. Everyone,
Wow.
I did it like a 3 day live, training on it. There were like over 200 people that did the beta test.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were blown away by what they learned, because even the people that they thought they knew what organic traffic was about, they were like, I've never heard that before. So they learned some new things, that they didn't
Yeah.
know before, that other gurus are not talking about.
Yeah.
So
And I like it because the thing is that doing Facebook ads is a pain. And if you don't
yeah.
know what you're doing, you're going to waste a lot of money that you don't have, instead of just being patient and just telling your story and just do curiosity posts and then follow the method.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
so yeah, or some of us came with lists that were dead
Yeah.
because of solo ads and Facebook ads that didn't pan out or whatever. So yeah, so either it doesn't matter if you have a list or not. You need this. Masterclass anyway. I mean, it's obvious because especially
Yeah,
now with
it's
the
like it's
pandemic,
like
a
a
lot of people. Yeah, don't you think?
it's like a cog in the wheel, right? Like there's lots of traffic sources. You just have to know, like, for the goal and the budget that you have, what
Hmm.
works the best for you, right? Because
Yes.
ads are getting more expensive. And then with the
Yes.
tracking, the iOS 14 update, tracking, a lot of marketers are having issues with um, basically their stats not matching up and not being able to track people on
Mm.
the iOS platform. So
Wow.
so being able to keep people on Facebook, basically that's your email list. You can literally have a segmented email list on Facebook,
Yeah.
that if you know what you're doing, right? They already have all of this in place. So for
Yes.
example, friend lists,
Hmm.
not many people know what friend lists are for. Like, why is it even there? Right? You can
Yeah.
literally use a friend list as kind of an email list, right? It's not in the
Mm.
email, but you can use it because they're already connected to you. They stay in the platform. Facebook
Yeah.
likes that they stay on the platform, right? They want to
Yes.
keep you
Yes.
there as much as possible.
Oh yeah,
um,
forever.
and, exactly. And they want to keep you going back. And so if you are producing content that audience loves and gets value from, or gets inspired
Mm-hmm.
from, then it's ultimately going to there you can track them, you can continue to build relationships with them. It's very personal, that's why it's called social media. Right? So that know,
Yeah.
like, and trust factor, um, i- to
Mm.
get to that point is much faster, because they're seeing your post, they're knowing what you're about, instead of just like a black and white print on an email. There's like
Yeah, that it
nothing
seems
there.
boring, kind of like a little bit boring.
Yeah,
So what did Facebook, how is Facebook evolving in the last year? Because I mean, you've been checking this for a while, and you mentioned some updates or something, and I don't know anything about that. What are they doing that I need to know? And
for
everybody,
sure.
every business owner needs to know.
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of businesses have probably experienced this, where they know they have to have a business page, but maybe they have started it, but they don't know how to grow it the right way, because they don't know how the algorithm works and stuff, right? So with
Mhm.
all of social media, even with YouTube, right? Like, they all have their algorithms on
Oh
how,
yes.
yeah, what content they're going to show to
Hmm.
people, based on engagement, based on like how long they watch the videos for, and all that stuff.
Yes.
So Facebook has a very similar algorithm,
Okay.
and what they have done in just the probably the last 4 to 5 months is that they are revamping the business pages to get more organic traffic. A lot of
Oh.
experts out there will say organic traffic is dead, but it's only because they don't know how to work it. They don't know the algorithm, and they don't know quite what is going on, as far as the updates that Facebook is doing. So if you want, I can share some, like,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
Go
like
share your
bullet
screen,
points.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so
Let me be sure that you can share your screen.
yeah, okay,
Because it happened to me one time, and I'm like, yeah, should not be any issue.
okay. I think I'm on full screen. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah,
Share. Am I sharing my screen or no?
I don't see it yet. You have to share your screen, then click on the tab that you're gonna, or the whole, you click on the tab,
Share screen.
and then you're gonna click on whatever. You either click on the tab or click on the whole thing,
Yeah,
and
I
then you
did.
can, yeah, should come
Is
out.
is it supposed to be sharing already?
So, so
I'm
you go,
not
okay, so you
familiar.
go share screen, then you go, you're gonna see a entire screen window of Chrome, and you click there, and are you gonna share something that has audio or not?
No,
Okay, so then you click on the entire screen on the window, and
entire
then go
screen.
share, and then it should go. Oh, I see it.
You see it
I
now?
see. No, actually, I know. No, I'm actually taking this because I was doing that to show you, and then I'm sharing myself. So anyway,
It says StreamYard is sharing my screen, but it's not showing me that I'm sharing my screen.
yeah, because I don't see it, and I should be able to see it here. Give me a second. Let me check my settings again here. Record, camera, audio, screen. Nope.
I keep wanting to switch to StreamYard, but it's like so hard for me to use it.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I can give you a tutorial. Usually, it's not difficult. I mean, I was able to take it and run with it, but can I? Yeah.
Okay,
So
it
yeah.
says
So you're supposed to go share. Oh, yeah. Let me see.
it keeps saying that I'm sharing my screen,
Yes,
but
I'm seeing
oh,
you. You see that? So
yeah,
you need to show what you need to show. That's you.
okay,
So show whatever. There it is. You
okay,
see it?
yeah,
There you go.
okay. I'm
There
not
you
able to.
go.
I'm just not able to see you now because you're
Yeah, it's okay.
okay.
Don't worry about it. I see.
Okay,
We all seen
okay,
the.
right
Just
there.
be sure that you're sharing. Yeah, there you go. I see the Facebook business pages updates and your
Yep,
fans. I see. Yes,
yep.
is that what you want
Okay.
us to see? There you go.
Yes, yes. So is
Okay.
it okay if I just like leave it like this?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you
All
don't
right.
have
I'm
to
just
look
gonna
at me
close.
anyway. I mean, you know how
Okay.
I look, and we know how you look.
For sure. Okay, so I'm
Wow.
should I present? Can I present this?
I
Can you
think
still
so.
see it?
Yep.
Okay,
Bigger. It went bigger.
okay. Awesome. All right. So here, so we're talking about, instead of a personal profile, we're not talking about business pages, right? So
Yeah.
if you're a business, definitely have a business page, because you definitely want, like, if you have, let's say if you're local especially, and you have a business page, more than likely you're going to show up on number one, in your business page on Google, right? So
Mm.
one
Yeah.
reason that you can definitely rank better if you have a
Mm-hmm.
local business. So so your fans will only be
Mm-hmm.
able to follow instead of like your page. So this is a huge deal, because when people follow your page, that means they're gonna see your updates. They're gonna see your post on their newsfeed. If they just liked the page, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna see your page's updates. They're not gonna
Mm.
see your page posts. So if they follow your page, and the like will go away completely eventually. If they follow your page, ultimately you're gonna show up. The business page's post is gonna show up on their newsfeed now.
Mm. Wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
So that's huge for organic traffic, right? Especially if you're continuously posting on your business page, which you totally should. And then,
Mm-hmm.
if you have, so there's different types of business pages. If you have a public profile page, so let's
Mm-hmm.
say if you have a Marimer Cruise public profile business page,
Mm-hmm.
your comments will show up first on your fans post. So if you comment on like
Oh.
a somebody's personal profile post,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
your page's comments will show up first. So Facebook will prioritize your comment. So that
Wow.
means, and every time that your page comments on a post, that's a link back to your page, right? So like, who's this? Who's
Oh.
Marimar? And then they're gonna click on it, and then that's extra traffic that goes to your page.
Wow.
That's that you didn't have to pay for, right?
Yes,
um,
exactly.
yeah, and then your page will not be able to engage with fans, which means, again, the more
Mm.
your page shows up on their newsfeed, the more you're commenting on it, the more they can click on that, right? So that means more exposure for
Mm-hmm.
your page.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
let me show you how this looks like. Where, um,
That's an example. Yes.
yeah, as
Yes.
an example. So
Yeah.
right now, I'm seeing two different ways, because Facebook hasn't completely changed all the pages yet. So
Okay.
if you have this option where you can switch your profile,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
just click on that, and this is my oldest page, and for
Oh.
some reason, this is the only one that got transferred over to the new pages experience,
Okay.
as far as like being able to switch. And so you'll see that my newsfeed looks just like a personal newsfeed. If
Yeah.
I'm able to heart
Wow.
this, it's gonna say that the Sugar Rebel. Um,
So you're posting as your page, not as
yeah.
yourself. So that gives you advertisement, free
Yes.
advertisement.
Yes.
Oh,
Exactly. And if I
wow.
comment on this, it will say the Sugar Rebel commented on your
Yeah,
post.
I love it. I
Right.
love I
Yeah.
love that name, Sugar Rebel.
Right. For sure.
Wow, so cool.
Yeah, so that's one way that you can do it. And now
Oh,
I'm going to switch to my personal profile. The other way
okay.
that most business pages will see and access their pages is
Hmm.
through pages on the left side. And
Yes.
these are all my newer pages.
Um,
And so I believe ultimately every page will go to the initial one that I showed you.
okay.
But right now, you can go to your page, access your page from the left side, and then let's say just look at the productive entrepreneur. If
Uh-huh.
I go on my news feed right here, what's going to
Um,
show here are other pages that I follow.
oh,
And sometimes
okay.
it's not always showing all, so I have to like refresh
So
it.
will they show yours to theirs if you follow
Yes.
them?
If they no,
Ah,
no, if they follow me, if they follow my page, I'm gonna show up on their news feed. But
okay.
if they don't, then it's not. But guess what? If I interact with this, it's gonna show that the productive entrepreneur love this page, right here. So
Um,
I'm what that tells the algorithm is that I'm going to show up on the subject suggested pages. So what does that mean? Let's
yes.
just go. Let's just go to, let's say, Napoleon Hill, right?
Okay.
If I were to let's say follow Napoleon Hill,
Mm-hmm.
um, look, suggested for you. So if
Um,
I follow those other pages, more than likely I'm gonna show up in the suggested pages because I follow
um,
those pages. I'm
okay.
basically telling Facebook, hey, I'm very similar to these pages, so show me as one of the suggested pages. So
Okay.
that's how you're gonna get organic traffic, from
So what you're
just
saying, you have to be intentional on what you're doing in Facebook. You're not there for social, whatever. You're there for business. So if you start following just anybody, befriending anybody, not good, because then the algorithm is going to say, well, you're there for something else. But it's the
yeah.
same with the business pages. Okay, got it.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great yeah, you explained it perfectly. The other thing
Mhm.
that Facebook considers are your followers. So
Okay.
you don't like if you're a local business and everyone in the local town is your customer, go for it, right? And invite all of
Mhm.
your friends that are local to like your page.
Yes.
But let's say if you're specifically like looking for people who are interested in affiliate marketing, for
Hmm.
instance, then
Yes.
you're going to want to invite your friends that are interested in affiliate marketing to like your page, because Facebook will
Mm.
organically show your business page to similar people.
Okay.
So you're feeding Facebook the data, two data. Um, the business pages that you follow,
Hmm.
other ones that you follow, and
Hmm.
then your followers.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how you do that.
Wow.
You want to move forward?
Yeah.
Okay,
Keep
awesome.
going. Oh my God, keep going. This is amazing. Because
Okay,
it seems
awesome.
everything is connected now, even the business page. Because I felt like there was a disconnect between my profile and the business page, but it seems like Facebook is like now making a seamless, make it seamless.
Yes, definitely. They're definitely ramping up the creators. Like they're showcasing creators more because they know that
Mm.
content is important, right? To keep people in the platform.
Yeah,
And so
exactly.
yeah, so they're rewarding creators more and more to create content within Facebook.
By the way, we are in Facebook right now. If you didn't know that, we
Oh,
are in
you
we're multi-streaming in YouTube and two of my Facebook pages. So yes, I wanted to say
smart.
on Facebook because we're in Facebook, right? Yeah, exactly. I like
Yeah,
multi-streaming,
exactly.
omnipresence. Yeah.
Exactly, for sure.
Wow. So let me
So
see this
yeah,
now.
so another pages update is you can retarget any engaged fans, and this is not really new, but
Mhm.
because of the iOS update, you want to keep people in Facebook, because once they leave
Mhm.
Facebook, it's going to be hard to track them outside of it, right?
Oh yeah.
And so what I do is, kind of similar to what I know about personal profiles, is that
Mhm.
I you can, in ads manager, you can collect these audiences. Anyone who's ever engaged, watched your videos, you can create an
Mhm.
audience of it, and you can keep them for a whole year, and you can retarget them basically.
Mm. Okay.
So that's great, because then these are the same people that already kind of know you a little bit, right? And so
Mhm.
if you decide to boost a post or boost like an offer or
Yeah.
something, right? Then they're gonna be, oh yeah, it's the productive entrepreneur again, right? So they're not gonna be like, who's this person? It's not a cold
Yes.
audience, it's a warmer audience to you.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think I already said this and I forgot to um, take
Mhm.
that. Okay, so now these are upcoming updates. It's not completely like out yet,
Okay.
but Facebook will now have a creator commerce. So you can have an online shop, and you're going to have more tools to basically help content creators sell more, of whatever courses or
Mhm.
programs or whatever products that they sell. And then there's also an affiliate marketplace. So that means that if you're a content creator, that and you don't have a product of your own, but you want to promote somebody else's product, you can find products in this marketplace to promote.
Really? So there's going to be a specific marketplace for us?
Yes.
I'm in shock. I didn't think that will ever happen because I felt sometimes that Facebook doesn't like us, if that makes sense. Because they,
Yep.
if you put certain link, or you broke community guidelines or something like that, or you're an MLM or whatever. So I'm surprised by this update. Wow, but
Yep.
this is amazing for us. Great
And,
news.
yeah, and you're gonna like this even more. Brand matching. So brands can find content creators to promote their products. So
Whoa.
right, because influencer
Yes.
like Instagram loves influencer marketing, right? And obviously Facebook owns Instagram, and so they're
Mhm.
bringing kind of that same idea to Facebook, where now, like, if you're a brand like a local business, or you just have, let's say, a product, and you're looking for, let's say, if you have a makeup product, you're looking for a makeup influencer, right, to promote your
Yeah.
product, then you as a brand can find those influencers within Facebook. So
Wow.
yeah, and I think I have more. Creator commerce. Oh, these are all like, sorry, my slides
It's
are
okay. Don't worry
all
about it.
crazy.
It's
Okay,
good
so,
to repeat the same thing.
for sure,
You know what I
social
mean?
audio. Again, this is upcoming. It's
Social
not.
audio?
Yeah, it's not there yet. So basically, Facebook is trying to have a podcast platform within Facebook.
Kind of like
So
Clubhouse or
yes,
SoundCloud?
both.
Both. Both?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can edit the audio quality, you can add
Wow.
tracks, so you can add intros, outros, and all that stuff within
Ooh.
Facebook. And then you can create sound bites within the platform as well, so you can share, like, shareable sound bites basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can do like anecdotes, jokes, moments of inspiration, poems, or whatever. Like, for artists, it's probably more helpful. But let's say if you have a podcast episode and you took like a quick sound bite, you can create
Hmm.
it within Facebook.
Oh, wow. That's
So
great.
they're really competing. They're really leveling up their game in with these updates, because they know that they have to keep up with the changes, right?
With all the
Club,
new social media that's
yes,
competing, like Clubhouse and TikTok and whatever is
exactly.
Clapper, whatever's coming in next.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. And then, so if you have a podcast
Hmm.
within Facebook, then you can also get organic traffic because it's already within Facebook.
Oh,
And more than likely, Facebook will also favor a podcast show that's within Facebook, because again, they want to keep you in the platform.
yes.
So, and
Yes. That
then
makes sense.
this is Clubhouse audio rooms. They're gonna,
Yay.
yeah. So they're gonna start having this as well.
Oh my
So
God. They're going to be a monster. I mean, they're already a monster, but they're going to like be bigger.
yep. Well,
Wow.
I mean,
Man.
they have been at the forefront of this, and so they're really keeping up with the changes. Like you said. So, and that's needed in the tech world, because if you don't keep up, guess what? You're gonna be left in the dust.
Irrelevant. You're irrelevant.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Like you just blew my mind in all those things that you just I didn't know all those things were coming. And I didn't even know you could do that with your business page. The it looks different. And I don't play enough in Facebook, so I guess I need to go there.
So this is what I realized, right? So
Mhm.
the reason why I love Facebook is because I'm already familiar with the platform. Like, I use it a
Yes.
lot. Like, I'm probably one of the very first users when it first came out, when it was still like through colleges. Like, if you
Oh
go to
my
a
God.
college,
Really?
yeah, you're the only one that can sign up for Facebook, right?
Like
That's how it started.
MySpace? Like MySpace?
Yes. So this was around the MySpace era, right?
Oh my God. We're dating
Friendster,
yourself.
right? Friendster and all that stuff. So and I realized one day, it's like, wait a minute, Facebook
Wow.
has been really good for me, right? Even when I owned a gym, running ads
Mhm.
for a local business is way more profitable than, like, let's say somebody who's an online coach, because it's
Yes.
that your target area is right there within like 10 miles
Yes.
of your business, you know? So
Definitely.
you don't, Facebook doesn't have to find the so-called like needle in the haystack, right?
Mm,
So it, we've made tons of money. Like the return or our investment on Facebook ads when I used to own a gym was unheard of. It's crazy, right? We made thousands and thousands of dollars because each lead for us caught, we made like $500 minimum, right?
wow.
For my gym.
Did it change? Because it seems once Facebook opened the landscape for bigger brands and the prices went up. Did you I mean, could you do that same thing with Facebook ads today
You
and
still
pay
can.
the same
No,
amount, or you will
it's,
pay?
yeah, you're definitely gonna pay more too. Partly, it obviously you would have to come up with a good marketing campaign as well. We were
Wow.
advertising a free program that basically they get
Mhm.
a refund of whatever their deposit is once they lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. So it was a really
Mm.
great offer, right? They come in there thinking it's going to be free. It's still free. You lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. It's a win-win situation. You get your money back. So it was a really awesome offer. So
Mm.
for us, it was worth it, even if it what we weren't paying $500. I think maybe the most we paid for a lead was maybe $20. And even with that,
At
like
that time or now?
at that
At that,
time, at that
and
time,
if you had you have any experience now,
yes,
how much you pay now
yeah,
for?
yeah. So they're different, right? So we're not comparing apples to apples now. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I understand.
for let's say example would be, I tried to put out a low ticket offer. It was
Hmm.
$27, and it was on basically get rid of your sugar cravings in 5 days or less, right?
Hmm.
And this is what I found. It was hard to get it profitable because it was low ticket, right? For
Yeah, yeah,
me,
exactly, exactly.
if the low ticket program is $27, then I can only pay up to $27 to break even, so I can have a buyer's
Exactly.
list, right? So
Yeah.
initially I didn't find the right a good target for my
Hmm.
audience. I was
Yes.
making sales, but it wasn't what they would call a self-liquidating offer. I
Mm,
was
yeah.
still negative. I would have people that buy, but I was still spending more than what they were paying,
Okay.
which didn't make
Will
sense.
you break even,
I
kind of
no, I
like?
I, I lost money.
Oh,
Yeah.
so your method compared to Facebook in cost, wouldn't it be way cheaper than doing ads? And can you explain why should they go with your method instead of the Facebook
For
ads?
sure. Yeah, for sure. So you can kind of combine. So this is kind of an idea that came to me just because of being in a fellow triad,
Hmm.
knowing, learning how others are doing it, right?
Yeah.
So one of the members in a fellow triad, Afra, he had a program where he has this like a 3 video sequence that you can basically boost for like
Hmm.
$1, $2 a day, right? And
Okay.
again, you're collecting those video views. So it's very similar to like organic traffic because it's you're not it's not costing you a lot of money.
Okay.
So you can get people to watch a video, let's say for like 20 to 50 cents for like 100% view for an 11-minute
Hmm.
video, right?
Okay.
So then let's say they connected with you, right? They're warmer. They watch a full 11-minute video, which
Yeah.
we all know attention is hard to get nowadays, right?
Yes. Oh my God, you don't even know.
For sure. So now um, you can retarget them with an offer because they're already
Mm,
familiar with you and you already found them with a video view, right? You already have like an engaged audience. Ultimately, a warmer audience will always cost less,
of course. Yes.
right? And so you can retarget those same people with an offer that's basically you were seeding, right? If you were talking about your story, you were teaching in the previous
Yes.
video, You can talk about like how, let's say, in the next video, how this program kind of ultimately shortcuts their way to whatever solution it is that they're looking for, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So in that case, you can, I haven't tested it with an offer yet, but in my prediction is that it's going to lower your cost as far as,
Okay.
cost per lead. And then it will also increase your conversion because they're already familiar with you, right? You've
Hmm.
demonstrated that you know what you're doing. There's
Yes.
the credibility factor there. So I am about to test this in towards the end of June, because
Okay.
I'm waiting for Affiliate Triad to reopen again.
Yes.
So I'm gonna test this process where I'm combining basically kind of like the organic aspects of it, and
Hmm.
then doing a little boost here and there, collecting those audiences in Ads Manager, whether there is just they engaged on a post or they commented on a post, and then having a separate audience for video views, and
Okay.
continuing to kind of be top of mind with those people, with the audience,
Hmm.
and then um, talking about a flow triad in June
Okay.
or
So so
July. Yeah.
so I always thought that when we were doing your method, I know we cannot talk too much about it, but it was only writing, because my thing is video, but I
Yeah.
go I go live in Facebook all the time, every day. I go live, like right now I'm in my 2 pages. So do you think I can use what I like and use Facebook in video and get the same tracking or maybe better tracking? Because I heard that video is actually better for certain conversion and leads,
For
or do you
sure.
think you will? I mean, if you compare a post, and you do both video, don't you do videos too?
Yes, yes.
Do Are you seeing if it's comparable, or you get more in video, you get more? What you notice about that?
I think a combination is good, like variety,
So
because
writing and a video are in the same thing, or separated?
separated.
Okay,
Yeah,
separated.
I
Okay.
talking about like an offer in general or just posting in general.
Um. Well, usually I tell my story. You don't go and offer like straight up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm saying telling your story in video or writing, but my thing is video. So,
yeah.
what would what
I
do you
think
think?
both because if there's gonna be people who are not video watchers,
Okay,
right?
that's true.
And yeah, and then there's gonna be people that just like to read.
Hmm.
And then, but if you are going to do video, definitely add the caption there. I'm sure you already know that.
Yeah.
Because some people, maybe they're just bored at work and they're scrolling. If they can read, right, they don't want to like turn on the audio,
Oh, yeah.
but if they can read what you're saying and the video is playing, more than likely they're going to stay on because maybe you caught their attention because they can read, right?
Yeah.
What but if they can't read whatever you're saying, then they're just going to keep scrolling because they can't watch the video right now because they're at work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Right.
makes sense. Definitely.
Yes, but
Wow.
definitely both ways. I've done it both ways. The people that are like engaged with you are gonna watch all your videos anyway, right?
Okay.
And your video watchers, if they're like, maybe let's say I have like one of my favorite clients, she like watches all of my live videos on Facebook because she cleans houses for a living. So she's
Mm.
probably have it on while she's cleaning houses. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it just all depends. So if you're just focusing on one way to communicate, then you're basically singling out the other
That makes
portion.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So, I mean, I'm just like, I'm mind blown right now. My brain is like, oh.
I'm
So
glad
what?
that I hope.
Yeah. So you know, besides people going to your masterclass, what three things that you can actually implement right away to help people in using their business pages?
Yeah, great question. So let me see. I'll leave you with this. Let me put up. Let's see, just okay. All right. Let me share my screen again. Hopefully, we won't
Uh-huh.
have any
Yep.
issues this time.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yep. There it is.
Okay. Okay. So I would say this: if you want to create a business page,
Mm-hmm.
make sure the cover photo is clear what the page is about. Well, okay, let me back up. The name needs to be clear. What is it? What is the page about? Like basically you want to have a theme to where if people land on your page for the first time, within 3 seconds they know exactly what your page is about,
Okay.
right? So you
Mhm.
can see this on my cover photo. I actually put kind of like my mission on there, right?
Yeah.
um, Focus on the quickest path from A to B that will lead you to Z, where Z creates recurring profit and win-win situations.
Mm.
That's what this whole page is all about. And then
Okay.
I named it the productive entrepreneur because being in the entrepreneur community for over 12 years now, I noticed that productivity is an issue for a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? So
Definitely.
yeah, I can talk about productivity, I can talk about personal development, I can talk about programs or courses that has helped me in my journey, and just literally authentically share it, right? So make
Mm-hmm.
sure that your page communicates that, the page name communicates that,
Mm-hmm.
that your cover photo communicates that, you have like a nice logo that, whenever you comment on something, that at least it's kind of readable, that like there's something there, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then the about section,
Okay.
which
About
for
section.
me, yeah, for me is just repeating the same thing on my cover photo basically.
Okay.
And then being able to contact you and all that stuff, of course, is going to be important. So this is important because, so let's say another page that's like, I know exactly what they're about, right? Tiny
Mm-hmm.
Modern Living, I think, is the name of the page.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. If they show up on my newsfeed, like I know exactly what it is because look at their logo, right?
Yeah.
And then Modern Tiny Living, it's like you already know what it's about, Modern Tiny Living, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by like they need to know exactly what your page is about within
Mm.
three
Okay.
seconds, right?
Wow.
Because the attention is important. If people they land on your page and they're confused, guess what? They're gonna leave.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I will leave with that, and you can literally um, help your page grow organically just by being clear with the message, right? But that starts with knowing who you actually want to attract with that business page to begin with,
Okay.
right?
With your
Which,
target audience, your perfect app, your perfect client, your avatar.
yeah,
Okay. Which
yeah,
is very important because a lot of people don't know what is the avatar, and that's why it takes them forever to just get their business going. Oh my God.
and
This has been amazing.
if that's you and you don't know who your avatar is yet, that's okay. Like it took me a year, literally, to
Mm.
figure out, right, who do I want to work with, who do I want to attract, what is my business even about, right?
Yeah.
Because if you don't have like a clear, like if you don't already have a program or a course, or if you're an affiliate marketer promoting other people's products, you at first you're going to be confused because like all those other products and companies are very different from each other, right? And that's
Hmm.
okay. The main thing that I always say is that you want to always try things and then look at the data and then
Hmm.
change your direction when you feel necessary, right? Until you get to that destination point. The
Hmm.
I arrived at the message of that specific page after a year of being an affiliate triad. It wasn't
Wow.
overnight, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it took a lot of trial and error. It took a lot of like being in the community, being around like-minded people, right? And figuring out like, what are the problems that this community is having? What is the solution,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
how you can solve those problems that they're having so that they can turn to you for advice, and they trust you. You're a trusted advisor
Mm.
now, right? So
Okay.
yeah, so just don't feel like you have to know exactly who that person is or who that specific section of the
Mhm.
market is yet, but as long as you're continuing to try and pivot and
Yes.
fail and learn, you're gonna arrive there. Right, you're gonna find the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know if you can in the next 2 months, once they put everything out, maybe you can come back again and see how whatever results you have from the test you're doing and how the new features are helping you in your business.
for
So we
sure.
can talk about that in the next. And I already put your link of the master class down there in the description box in YouTube. And I told them you have only 26 bucks because I went to your page. So you need to hurry because she is busy, and you get one of the 26 or you're done. And I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
when you once you're full how long it takes for you to do, but this is like get in or get
yeah,
get
for
in or
sure.
lose
Yeah,
or
for sure.
lose.
Actually,
It's your business,
I think
you
you
know.
may have the old version because that was a
Hmm.
live masterclass. It's now evergreen. So
Okay,
yeah, so just make sure that you have the right link on
okay,
there. If not, I'll you check it out. Let me know if you're getting the wrong one.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much,
yeah.
Anne. This was amazing. And
You're
wow,
welcome.
Facebook.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for
You just
having me.
completely changed my viewpoint of Facebook in this 40 minutes.
That's my goal. If you play their game with that, this is with any social media platform, right?
Mhm.
If you play their game right and you're benefiting their platform by having people stay on the platform, they're always going to incentivize you to do that. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, thank you so much,
awesome.
Anne.
You're
It was
so
an
welcome.
amazing presentation
Yeah,
on the new update. So go
thanks
ahead
for
and
having
follow
me.
her. See you later.
Thanks for
Take
having
care.
me. All right, bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. So that was Antonia, guys. Seriously, if you have a business and you're not doing something with Facebook, you're actually wasting a very great real estate that you can use to what? To get leads and more sales. So go and sign up for her masterclass and hurry. So if you're new to my channel, if you're new to my pages, please hit the bell, like, comment, and share. I want to hear from you. And I hope this was very important to you and very mind opening. So this is Maricruz, bridging the gap between the rich and the poor, coming from the great state of Texas. Take care and bye. Take care.